Hi guys, in today's video we're going to be reviewing the Arism MIni airbrush kit. But first of all I want to say a huge thank you to graphicair.co.uk who has sent me out the kit for review. Now the reason I'm reviewing this kit guys is I get asked all the time, how do I get into airbrushing on a budget? Now all the tools that I use normally are very expensive. I use high-end professional Awata airbrushes and so on, and the airbrushes alone cost over £100. Now this kit is over £160, but I've got a special discount code. If you check the description box down below, and I'll put the code below, and it will knock £12 off this already great value airbrushing kit, and it will bring it to about £150. The code is ORCNerd12, but as I said, I'll put a link in the description box down below to this airbrush kit and to the code. So if you do decide to purchase this, please use the code, as you'll save £12, which is never a bad thing, is it guys? Okay, so we'll come back in a moment guys, and we'll start taking a look at what you get in the kit. Okay, so let's start unboxing the kit. Now this is the first time opening the kit guys, so it might take me a while to get through it. First of all, we've got a Sparmax UK 5-year warranty, as we can see here, and on the Arism compressor there's a 2-year warranty as well. Okay, here we can see we've got a Sparmax Max 4 airbrush. Okay, and we'll go over that shortly. Then we've got our braided air hose. We've got a user manual for the Sparmax Arism. We've got our Arism compressor, if I can just get this out, and this is tiny guys. I'll just take it out of the packaging like so, if I can. Okay. Let's see which way we take this out. It's very well packaged guys, I can say that. Okay, slowly getting it out of the packaging. And there is our Arism mini compressor. And when it says mini compressor, it really is a mini compressor guys. It's very small and compact, which is really good if you're working in tight spaces. We also have the lid to our airbrush cup. And then we have the jar as well. Just try and rip this up. And we have some spare filters inside like so. Okay guys, what I'm going to do now is connect the Arism Mini compressor, and we'll do some spray tests on some paper with a Max 4, and we'll talk about some of the features of the Max 4. I'm just going to connect the air hose to the compressor. And finger tight should be fine guys. Now I'm going to take the Max 4 dual action airbrush out of the packaging, and the packaging is absolutely fantastic for this airbrush by the way guys. Now this airbrush is a 0.4mm airbrush, and it also comes with a spare air valve, changing it from a dual action airbrush into a single action airbrush, and it also comes with a crown cap as well. Just going to connect the airbrush to the hose. like so, and then we're all ready to turn our compressor on. So just going over a few of the features, guys. Now the Arism MIni has a working operation of between 0 and 28 psi. Now for certain tasks, like if you were spraying fabrics, you might need a higher psi, so a more heavy duty compressor might be an important factor for you. But spraying miniature models, we work at low psi, so working with this compressor is absolutely fine for miniature scale model painting. So some of the features with the Max 4 airbrush is we've got a preset handle on the back where we can limit the paint that comes out of the airbrush by dialing it in. You'll see that the trigger travels less and less back as I dial it in, which limits the amount of paint that comes out the airbrush. Now what that's good for is if, for example, you wanted to get the same line weights every single time spraying, then you could make sure that every single time you do a stroke from the airbrush, it would come out the same line weight every single time. So that's a good feature to have on this airbrush. As I mentioned a moment ago, it's got a 0.4mm needle nozzle, which is absolutely perfect for the beginner airbrush, because what you'll find is on the smaller needle nozzle sets, they're much more difficult to work with paint thinning ratios, and you get more dry tip, and you generally have to be more careful, as I say, with the paint thinning ratios. But with a larger needle nozzle set, it's more forgiving. Okay, I'm going to come back in a moment and we're going to turn the compressor on. Okay guys, so there's a switch on the back of the compressor that I'm just going to turn on now. And you should hear the compressor. Okay guys, I've moved the compressor to the floor so it's not as noisy in the camera's microphone, and I'm going to place a little bit of airbrush paint into the airbrush and we're going to test it out spraying on some paper. So just going to put a few drops into the airbrush cup. And we'll test out the 0.4mm needle nozzle set of this Max 4 airbrush. Okay. And as we can see, fine lines are really nice out of this 0.4mm needle set. What you'll find is that with smaller needle nozzle sets, you're able to get slightly more fine detail work, but don't let the large needle nozzle set fool you. You can still get relatively small fine details out of this airbrush, as you can see with the fine lines that you can see that I've just sprayed there. Now medium spray patterns are going to be absolutely fantastic with this airbrush. And wide spray patterns, again, are going to be absolutely perfect. Again, really small fine lines. This airbrush, for the price and the package, is absolutely fantastic, guys. Really nice smooth trigger action. I also need to mention, guys, that there's a little hole in the handle of the Arism MIni where you can place your airbrush, which is a really nice little touch. Okay guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back, we're going to clean out the airbrush and we're going to take it apart and put it back together. Okay guys, so first of all we're going to take the preset handle off the back. Then we're going to undo the chucking nut. Remove that. I'm going to depress the trigger and slowly pull out the needle. Then we're going to unscrew the spring assembly. Then we're going to take out the trigger. Then we're going to try to remove the rocker assembly. Now this can be a little tricky as this part of the assembly doesn't want to go down, but it just try and twist it like so. And out it comes. It just takes a little while just to slightly turn it to the left or the right and then slowly pull it out. Okay guys, so now we're going to take off the needle cap. Now we're going to take off the nozzle cap. I might need my tool for this. No. And then we've got our tool to take off the fluid nozzle head, but I don't see there's a point in this particular video to do this, as I've thoroughly cleaned out the airbrush, as you can see here. What we're going to do now guys is we're going to put the airbrush back together again. Guys, so starting from the front of the airbrush, we're going to put on the nozzle cap. Finger tight is good enough. Then we're going to put the needle cap back on. It's always advisable to do it in this order guys, because when you put the needle through to the front you don't want it exposed so you can damage it. Okay, then we're going to put our trigger back in. Now it's important when you put the trigger back in that the grooves are facing towards the front of the airbrush, because that's where you want the grip to be. And you put it in sideways and then slot it in like so. Then we're going to put our rocker system. It's generally easier to put it back in than it is to take out, to be honest guys. But it is always a challenge when doing anything on camera with the camera in your face. Just see if I'm getting that in like so. Nearly. There we go. Then we're going to put the spring on. Like so. Then we're going to depress the trigger and we're going to put it in like so, and we're going to slowly move it to the front of the airbrush. No pressure at all. Give it a little tap at the front to make sure that it can't move, travel no further. Tighten the chucking nut, and then we're going to replace the preset handle at the back. Okay, and that is our airbrush put back together again. Just to go over a few more points with this set guys, as I mentioned earlier, it's absolutely fantastic value for money, but if you wanted to actually move up to a more professional set, like an Iwata airbrush, like the Eclipse, which is my personal favourite airbrush, and a compressor that's more powerful, then I'll put links to the products that I use on a day-to-day basis as well. But this is an absolutely fantastic setup for the beginner guys. It really is. The airbrush works way better than you would expect for this price entry point for the airbrush. The Arism MIni works absolutely fantastic, and even working at up to 28 psi is absolutely fantastic for miniature scale model painters like myself. Now the only one caveat with this compressor is it has a duty cycle. Now what that means is that after 30 minutes it needs to be rested for between 10 and 15 minutes, before you can actually use it again. So if you're painting large batches of miniatures, or you're a commission painter and you have to paint a lot and you're going to be painting for many hours at a time, then this compressor isn't for you. But if you're the hobbyist and you're just going to be painting a single tank or a couple of minis, then the duty cycle's not going to cause you any problems whatsoever. But I thought I'd need to mention that in the review. Now, the airbrush comes with a single adapter valve. If I can unscrew this, I might need to get some pliers to unscrew this because I don't think it's finger tight, unfortunately. But basically, once you actually screw this on, it stops the travel of the airbrush being depressed down, and you can only pull the trigger backwards and release paint. So it turns the dual action airbrush into a single action airbrush. Now, I personally won't need to use it as a single action airbrush, as I actually prefer the dual action properties of releasing air and then releasing paint. But as I say, there is the option to do that. Now, if I can just take out this, we also get a crown cap. Now, if I can just zoom in and show you the crown cap. The crown cap is perfect for when you're actually spraying fine detail, as the air is able to flow out the cuts in the crown cap, and you're able to get really fine detail without it interfering with your paint flow. So the package deal on this compressor and airbrush is absolutely fantastic, and with a Orc Nerd 12 code, you're going to save £12 as well, which is absolutely fantastic. I would say, guys, that even if you have a compressor and you're looking to get yourself a beginner's airbrush, then the Sparmax Max 4 0.4mm needle nozzle set is absolutely fantastic. At this price point, to have a preset handle at the back and to have a metal cup and not a plastic lid, it's just fantastic, guys. It really is a great beginner's airbrush. And let me know what you think of the set, guys. Are you thinking of maybe purchasing your first airbrush set? Do you need any help? Let me know in the comments field down below. And thank you very much again to graphicair.co.uk who sent me this great set out. I will be doing a follow-up video, guys, on how to airbrush for the absolute beginner using a budget setup, which is this compressor and this airbrush, and we'll show you that we can still get great results even with a compressor and airbrush that's going to cost you about £150. So thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I hope it's been very helpful to you, and I'll catch you in the next one.